All right. So Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev just got announced during the UFC 311 pay-per-view, and I think now we can put away the Alex Pereira is ducking Magomed allegations. I made a video about it not that long ago, saying why Alex Pereira isn't ducking Magomed, and I just feel like this can finally put an end to those allegations. Um, That's going to be a good fight, you know? We saw Dan Hooker and Gaethje get announced. Personally, I think Gaethje is going to win, depending how beat up Gaethje is from the Max Holloway beat up. By the time that fight happens, I think it's going to be like close to a year since Gaethje fought, like 11 months. 11 months. I think the Gaethje and Holloway fight happened in April of last year. April last year. I think it was April 11. I might be wrong. Might be right or wrong. I'm not too sure. But I think that it's gonna be a good card. You know, you have the main event: Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev, co-main Gaethje Hooker. Hopefully they put some other things on that main card. And for now, I haven't really heard anything else what they're gonna put on that main card, but it could be something good. Anyways, what do I think of that fight? Alex Pereira versus Magomed. I think it's good, you know, because a lot of people have been saying for like a year, year and a half, Alex hasn't fought a wrestler yet. Alex hasn't fought a proper grappler that can like submit you or control you or ground and pound him. And I think that despite what everyone thinks they're saying, or what everyone is saying that Magomed is just gonna do this and that to Pereira, I actually don't believe that, and I think Pereira is actually gonna win. I think he's probably going to win by knockout, too. I don't think it's going to be a decision. It could be a late knockout, depending how stubborn Ankalaev is. I think if I was Ankalaev, I wouldn't try to prove a point and immediately, or try to, like, strike with him. So many people have, like, the dumbest fucking, like, fight ideas or fight strategies when it comes to fighting Pereira. They just decide to strike with him instead of grappling. Even just having, like, a dirty boxing approach like DC does, like, with his dirty boxing, it would be so much better, even if you're not a grappler, to fight Pereira. Fighting Pereira in a strike-by-strike fight is just so stupid. Unless you're Israel Adesanya, you're not really going to beat that guy in a striking match. Or you have to have, like, insane power. And even then, he got beat during 185 when his chin was, like, extra chinny. Because 205, he took some hard shots from, like, Khalil Roundtree. But it seems like when he took shots at 185, he would always, like, have, like, a weird reaction. And he just didn't like it. And that's normal considering Pereira, I think, is, like, 240, 232. Like, that's his walk-around weight. So cutting from that all the way to 185 is insane. I know he diets down. Probably diets down to, like, 220, 215. But even then, that's cutting a shit ton of weight. And that's just insane to even be making middleweight. Especially now, considering there's talks of Alex Pereira been fighting at heavyweight for about past year. I want to say like around April of last year, there was talks of him fighting at heavyweight, which is insane. But I think that Alex Pereira is going to knock him out. This is like a late prediction or early prediction. I might change my opinion as the fight goes by, depending on what happens. But as of my prediction right now, I think it's going to be Alex Pereira round 4 KO. Alex Pereira round 4, round 3 KO. I don't think he's going to KO him that fast. But I also don't think Ankalaev is as good as people think he is with his grappling. He's not a Charles Oliveira. He's not a Islam Makhachev. He's not an Arman Tsarukyan. He's not a Marab eater. Like, he's just not as dominant as I think people think he is with his grappling. I think his grappling is overrated. And I think he can probably, depending how much Alex Pereira, like, develops his takedown defense, and depending how much Ankalaev develops his offensive wrestling and his offensive grappling, then I just don't see this fight being like the breaker for Alex Pereira. I don't think people are going to say, oh, Alex Pereira's kryptonite. This is it. This is the guy he's going to lose to. No. I think he's going to get his 4th title defense, and after that, I think he can officially say he cleared out the light heavyweight division, besides a couple fighters that he hasn't fought. Like, I think Carlos Ulberg. Like, come on. Carlos Ulberg is not a good win. I think after that, you just have to consider, like, Pereira moving up to heavyweight. And I think if he does move up to heavyweight, you have to give him an immediate title shot. I don't think Jones is gonna fight. I think Jones is probably gonna retire because the UFC is not gonna give in to his demands. Dana White's not gonna give him a paycheck or whatever. And I think what's gonna happen is Tom Aspinall is just gonna be promoted to undisputed champ, and the first defense will probably be Alex Pereira. Now, do I think Pereira wins the fight? No. Is there a chance? Definitely yes. But I think as of now, Tom is not a stupid guy. He's pretty smart. Sometimes he says some stupid things, but that's normal. You got to remember, UFC fighters aren't the type of people you should expect to be like intelligent individuals or intellectuals. But I think Tom is smart enough to know to not strike with him, even at heavyweight. Even though Pereira is gonna be a bit undersized at heavyweight, I think Tom is smart enough to know that that power is just insane. And if I was him, I'd probably wrestle him. And knowing Aspinall, he's smart enough to probably shoot a takedown in the first 10 seconds of the fight and just like ground and pound him or submit him. But what is my prediction for the fight? And the co-main and main event, I have Gaethje by decision and Alex Pereira by round 4 KO. And I can't wait to see this fight when it happens. And I really do think that Alex Pereira is just going to shut down like every one of those people that are like riding on Magomed Ankalaev, saying he's the answer to the light heavyweight division. He's the answer to the Alex Pereira problem. Anyways, that's it for this one. See you in the next one.